All right, good morning, everybody. How are you doing out there? All right, so for today's yoga sequence, we're going to look at a little bit of posterior strength. So we'll be doing a bunch of different things to strengthen low back, mid back, upper back, but really the entire posterior chain, lengthening and lengthening and strengthening the entire posterior chain, so even down through hamstrings as well. Not necessarily a block sequence as far as I don't think we have no revolve triangle or half moon pose like last week. So if you want to grab 2 blocks, you can, but not needed, I don't think, for this sequence. And we have one option for an arm balance like we normally do. All right. Again, with these Patreon videos, I'm trying to make them just a little bit shorter, so I feel like that's a little more conducive to a home practice, but we are practicing in the studio as well. If you are interested in coming back into the studio, please feel free to ask if you have any questions as far as the protocol. And if you have any friends and family that are interested in perhaps doing the Patreon as well on their own, please reach out to them and give them the information. It, again, is on our website, the main page, to join the Patreon account. Without further ado, let's get started. We'll come to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. If you'd like to keep the eyes open, you can. Otherwise, we'll close the eyes. Now, I know I'm going to take the advice that I always give. So for our morning practice, we want to really try to ease into our practice. I generally record these on the Sunday morning because it'd be fresh in my head for Monday when I teach it for the week. So this is definitely my morning practice as well. So if you'd like to close the eyes at this time, you can. And we'll start to bring our thoughts inward. See if you can let go of any of the things that you had going on earlier and any of the things that you have and responsibilities throughout the rest of your day. Try to let those things go for the time that you take your practice. We want to be able to focus on one thing, and that is the breath, and then any of the sensations that come up inside the body as we move through these different postures and asanas. So with that in mind, let's start this morning with a nice inhale in through the nose. Lengthen up, lift up. Try to grow tall through the vertebrae, growing taller as the crown lifts up towards the ceiling. It's like we're exaggerating really, really good posture as the chest moves forward. The shoulders begin to melt back and down. And then we want to take this time to connect and elongate our breath. The long inhales and exhales, filling the belly with breath, the belly softly falling on the exhale. See if you can lengthen the breath, clear the mind. We'll start to move in just a few moments. But again, spend some time connecting with your breath and your breathing. Take one more long inhale. A relaxing exhale, let it go. All right, at this time, when you're ready, we'll blink the eyes open. We're going to extend the legs. You can shake the legs out here for a few moments. A little shake and a little shake. And then we'll see if we can bring the legs together. We'll flex the toes back towards us. We're going to try to sit up really, really nice and tall. So last week's sequence, we looked at this cat-cow with the chest, similar but different. We're going to try to take some spinal waves while in this Padahastasana position. So one more time, sit up really, really nice and tall. See if you can begin to lead forward with your chest. We're going to really stick the chest out and lead forward with the chest. Then we're going to see if after we go as far forward as we can tuck the chin into the chest, and it feels like somebody's pulling the middle of our spine back as we really tuck the chin. And then we'll extend through the chest, shoulders back, and then tuck the chin. The spine pulls back. We'll see if we can continue with these little waves throughout the upper body, looking at it from the side. So again, I'm leading with the chest, shoulder blades come together, and then tuck the chin, rounding the spine. All right, we'll take a few more. Again, a little bit of the waves while in Padahastasana. I'll take that one more time. And then we'll exhale and forward fold. And go all the way forward. You can melt down, tuck the chin, round down. Forward fold, melt into this little ball. Getting a nice stretch here on the posterior chain. All right, we'll spend a few breaths here, flexing the toes back actively. And again, melting the chest down towards the thighs. We'll take a few breaths here in and out through the nose. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Excellent. When you're ready, we're going to carefully round ourselves all the way back up. We're going to take a seated twist, slightly different than normal. So we'll bring the right foot flat to the floor. It's not going to cross over the other side. We're going to place the right palm by our lower back. This time we're going to see if we can hold onto the leg. Inhale, lift up while pulling the right knee in. And then exhale, we're going to begin to twist. See if you can look at the wall behind you. Maybe the right shoulder blade is beginning to rotate back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Twist. Really see if on this last exhale here you can really twist. And the bagel store is popping this morning. They're up early. All right, carefully release. Now we're going to hold the leg right here in this position. We're going to work on a little external rotation of this right leg. So sitting up nice and tall, maybe using your hands on the mat, maybe you don't need to. We'll see if we can lift this right leg, and I want you to think about the knee pressing down as the foot lifts up. So that action is happening inside your hip. It's that external rotation. So again, the knee is pressing down, the foot is trying to lift up. We're going to hold this position and slowly see if you can begin constantly lifting the foot and pressing the knee down. If we can extend the right leg all the way out, and then carefully bring the big toe to tap the inner knee. Tap. Again, we're externally rotating it the entire time. That's 2. We have 1 more to go. Really think knee down, foot up. 1 more time. It's going to tap and then extend it all the way out. We'll hold for 3, 2. Oh boy. On 1, carefully place the right foot down, right underneath where it was. Left palm comes behind you, warrior's bridge. Inhale, reach up. Now you can stay here in warrior's bridge with both heels down. If you would like to take the step from last week a little bit further, see if you can begin to lean to the left so that your right foot gets a little lighter. And maybe the right foot hovers and lifts off the ground as you don't reach up, but reach towards the back of the wall. We'll hold for 3, 2. And then on 1, that foot will place down. We'll carefully come all the way back and down. Let's extend the legs all the way out. Once again, Padahastasana, lengthen up. Lead with the chest forward, and we're going to take these subtle bounces, but we want to keep the spine as straight as we possibly can. The chest is moving forward to the toes. The toes are actively flexed back, and I'm leading with my chest, so there's no rounding of the spine at this time. We're going to take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, tuck and fold down. Padahastasana once again. Melt down, tuck into this little ball. Breathe. Take 1 more long inhale and exhale here. Once again, round yourself all the way back up. Left foot flat to the floor. Left palm takes the base of the spine. Right arm can grab onto this left thigh. Inhale, lift up. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale, begin to twist. We're going to rotate to the left. Twist, twist, twist. Inhale 1 more time. Lift up to the ceiling. Exhale. Again, twist, twist. And twist. Once again, release. All right, external rotation of left thigh, lift up left foot. This is the action without the use of our hands, though. The knee is pressing down as the foot lifts up. So we want to create that same action using the strength of our hip flexor. So foot up, knee down. Rotate externally that left hip. If you have to bring your palms down, it's okay. Otherwise, see if you can be really, really tall here. Then the left foot begins slowly to extend out. But again, I want to think external rotation the whole time. Maybe the leg extends and then bring it back in. So big toe taps knee. One. Slow, slow, slow. Extend. Big toe taps knee. Last one. Make it hard on yourself. Hold for 3, 2. Left foot comes down right where it is on 1. Right palm comes behind you. Warrior's Bridge. Inhale. Lift and reach to the wall behind you. Stay right here or begin to shift the weight more into the back right palm. Maybe the foot lifts. We'll hold for 3, 2, and then on 1, carefully bring it back down. Now, if you are on your mat normal ways, right, like normally I'd be here, then you can perform a kickback to come to your tabletop position. All right, let's do a quick little wrist prep. We'll get some cat-cows in. We'll keep this flow moving. So I will turn this way for the wrist prep for today. So I want to try one at a time, a reverse wrist push-up. So left palm is going to plant down. I'm going to make a fist. I'll place the back of my palm on the mat. From here, keep as much weight in your left palm as you need to. Press up on the first knuckle. Slowly under control, the back of your fist or back of your wrist taps down. Press back up into the next one. With the weight in the knees and this left palm, you can control better how much downward pressure is in this right hand and right wrist. So again, challenge it. You're going to feel perhaps that nice big stretch, but also some strength as we're again pressing, and it's a reverse wrist push-up. We'll do 2 more, and then we'll switch out the hands. A little shake, a little shake. Right palm touches down. Left palm makes a fist. Back of the fist on the mat. Press up onto the first knuckles. Under control, the back of the wrist. Back of the fist touch down. Back up onto your first knuckles. So it's important that we get strong in all of the ranges of motion. So often we do the wrist push-ups with the palms flat. We do want to address the opposite of that as well. And again, if you make a fist, it might be quite an intense stretch. So just do the best you can, keeping the weight in the knees and in the right palm. 2 more. And last one. Shake them out. Time to shake out the hands, time to shake out the wrists, maybe inverting them back, maybe stretching, whatever feels good for you and your hands. All right, time for some cat-cows. We'll take tabletop position. Please inhale and look up to the ceiling. The belly button is going to press down. We're arching the back as much as we can. Exhale, tuck and round the spine. Chin tucks the chest, press the floor away, rounding the upper back. Then a big inhale, look up to the ceiling, belly button presses down. Exhale, tuck and round the spine, shoulder blades press up, chin touches chest. Inhale, look up, belly's pressing down. Exhale, tuck and round the spine, shoulder blades press up. Take 1 or 2 more, move at your own pace here. Try to match the breath with the movement. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time, inhale, look up. Exhale, tuck and round. Come back to neutral tabletop. Option is to set up a forearm plank, and you can stay right there. If you would like to proceed with us a little bit further to our walking dolphins, you can join in. Otherwise, forearms come down onto the mat. Try to keep the palms and the elbows the same distance from one another. We'll tuck the toes. We'll take a forearm plank, pressing the floor away. So you'll notice my mid and upper back is rounding slightly. Not necessarily the butt in the air for a forearm plank. Tucked tailbone, but pressing blades up. Stay right here or look towards your toes. Walk your feet into your face For dolphin pose, you can always hold dolphin or walk the feet back to forearm plank. Pause for a moment, look towards toes, walk the feet up for dolphin pose, high on tippy toes, press through the forearms, walk the feet back, forearm plank, uno mas, one more time. Look towards toes, walk the feet in, come high on tippy toes, press the floor away for 3, 2, child's pose on 1. Carefully drop down to the knees. Sit the butt onto the heels. Extend the arms out and breathe in pose. And we're going to see if the forehead can lightly rest on the mat. We're going to drag our palms back and try to cactus the arms, elbows squeeze into side body, back of the palms lift up to the ceiling. Try to turn on your shoulder blades and your mid-upper back muscles for 3 seconds. 2. Maybe you can extend the arms out and they hover on the off of the floor rather. Then maybe you can bring your arms back to cactus, arms staying light in the forehead, and hold again for 3, 2. Time for our first down facing dog. Release the palms, let them touch down. Tuck the toes, down facing dog. Let's move around, pedal out the feet. Bend the left knee, bend the right knee, shake out the head yes, and shake out the head no. Move around freely. This is your chance to explore. You can check in, see how things are feeling inside. We'll find some stillness together in just a moment. But again, I always like to offer that you can move as much as you'd like in your down-facing dog, taking a few breaths in and out through the nose. All right, when you're ready to settle in and find stillness, we're looking to have the feet about hip-width distance with the heels pressing down into the floor. No tension in your head or neck. It's just naturally hanging. Wherever your gaze is, that's your gaze point. Maybe it's the feet, the shins, maybe someday the belly, but try to hold no tension in your head or neck. The fingers are spread wide with a slight external rotation, so palms are turned out slightly. And over time, I'm trying to press, if you notice, my chest down towards the toes to develop a upside down V shape over time. We'll take a big inhale, fill your lungs. Nice big exhale, let it go. We'll see if we can walk the feet up to behind the wrists for Malasana pose, deep squat. So we'll walk the feet up. We'll sit in a heels flat, squat to the floor. If the heels are not touching, it is okay. You can always roll up your mat or just have the heels hovering. We'll be here for just a few moments. Elbows insides of knees. We'll sit up really nice and tall. One big breath here. Nice inhale and exhale. Relax on the exhale. Let it go. And release the palms down. Straighten out the legs. And once again, you can pedal out the feet here a little bit. So I'm going to ask you to walk your feet in about hip-width distance. And indeed, we're going to spend some time pedaling out the feet. So, elephant walks. I'm going to ask you to bend your right knee, straighten out your left leg, bend your left leg, straighten out right. So we're just going to take slow pedaling of the feet, trying to get a nice big hamstring stretch each time as we press the straight leg back and bend the opposite leg. Again, getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings with every time that we make this little attempt. All right. Today we're just going to move through 2 sun sal A's to start to kind of warm up the body. We'll move through our flow from there after a few more of these walks. So hopefully we're getting a nice big stretch here in hamstrings, maybe even the glute attachment point where the hamstrings and the glute meet. And then exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows, hang down. You can sway, you can bounce a little bit, whatever feels good for you. Release those hands, let them hang. We'll put a slight bend in the knees. We'll start that process of rounding up. We'll take a big inhale at the top. Reach up. Maybe a back bend. Reach up and back. And then let's swan dive down. Big exhale. Forward fold. Palms touching down. Knees are bent or straight. Walk, step, hop it back. High plank or from the knees. Try to resist gravity, elbows in close, belly touches at about the same time that the chest does. So chaturanga down. The inhale will take us to upward facing dog. You can always take baby cobra or sphinx pose, whatever feels best on your lower back. We're trying to get the chest forward and the shoulders back. Then tuck your toes, engage the core, lift back, down dog. 3 to 5 breaths in and out through the nose. Heels press down. And just breathe, 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 breathe. So we'll move through one more sun cell A. We'll take a big inhale and a big exhale. Let it go. At the bottom of your breath, let's bend the knees, look up, walk, step, hop, jump, float, top of mat. Exhale, fold, and melt down. Slight bend once again. We'll start to round up. We're going to take that inhale, move with your breath. Arms rise, reach up, maybe a back bend. Exhale, forward fold, lead with the chest, hinge at the hips, swan dive down, palms touch down, knees are bent or straight. One more time, chaturanga time, step or walk it back, elbows in close, lower down slow. Inhale, back bend of your choice. Tuck the toes, lift yourself back. Downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths in and out through the nose. Final inhale. Final exhale. Let it go, let it go. All right, we're going to move through our sequence. We're going to start with that right leg. Right foot will come high in the air behind. Step and place the right foot through to between your hands. Allow your back left heel to pivot down. Now we're going to slowly set up extended side angle pose, modified. So see if you can just carefully from here bring your right forearm to the top of your right thigh and begin to set it up. So chest is going to begin to rotate towards the center of the room and eventually up towards the ceiling. Once we feel like we have that nice twist, we can add the left arm, and we want to extend out, but creating space between the left shoulder and the left ear. The blade edge of that left foot is down. Right now, the majority of the weight is in this right foot and then definitely in my forearm. So you can stay right here, or you can begin to really engage your core in your midsection and see if perhaps you can extend that right arm out as well. And we'll hold for 3, 2, reverse warrior on 1. Right leg stays bent. Don't straighten it out. Left palm touches down. Right arm reaches up and back. We'll hold for 3. Reverse warrior. The left hand is light. 2. Triangle pose on 1. Straighten out the right leg. Hips press back. Right hand comes down, shin, foot, floor, or block. Could even come down here onto fingertips on the floor. Left arm reaches up. We are in an elongated triangle pose. Maybe it feels really, really nice here in the body. We'll see if we can hold for 3. Right hand is very light. Energy's moving up through the left fingertips. 2. Engage your core to bring you up. So strong through the midsection, up, up, up. Let's set up pyramid pose. We're going to step that back left foot up, squaring off the hips so the hips are almost facing forward. Now, we're going to offer any type of a bind behind you, grabbing opposite palms, elbows, forearms. maybe even reverse prayer with the hands. Now, inhale, lengthen up. We're going to try to keep a straight spine for as long as we can. So stick the chest out, shoulder blades come behind you, right? Squeeze blades together. Lead with your chest. We're going to pause at the halfway point. So go about halfway. You can gaze down at the tip of your toe and then think about your right glute moving back as the crown of the head moves forward. Lengthen through the spine. Shoulder blades back, chest forward. You should feel some back posterior strength. We'll hold for 3 seconds. 2. On 1. Power up through that right hamstring. You can release the bind. Standing tall on right leg. Left leg chambers into the chest. Once again from last week, press the right knee back. Lift the left knee as high as you can for 3. Now we can cactus the arms here. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, see if you can cactus the arms. 2 seconds. All right, see if you can keep the cactus of the arms. On 1, we're going to send it back for crescent lunge. Back, back, back. We're in crescent. Arms are cactused. Sink it down. Left heel presses back. Chest begins to present to the ceiling. We'll hold for 3. 2. Chest forward, shoulder blades back. On 1, release. Plant your left palm down off of the mat. Kick through. Slowly lower down to your glutes. All right, so we're going to bring this right foot so it's pointing forward. We're going to reach the hands forward. Begin to round your spine and see if you can begin to keep your core nice and strong. We're going to try to round down 1 vertebrae at a time. Nice and slow, slow, slow. Palms touch down, right heel by your right glute. 1 leg bridge. Press the right heel down, bridge and lift the hips up for 3 seconds. 2. On 1, slowly lower down. See if you can begin to reach the palms towards the top of the mat. Begin to lift the head. Really, really use your core. See if you can begin to round up little by little, rounding, rounding, rounding. Excellent job. Left palm touches down. Right foot comes to the edge of the mat. Lean forward. Lift. Left foot gets sent back. You can take a chaturanga, planting both your palms down. You can take a child's pose, or from here, you can reach your right arm underneath of that right thigh. Plant your palms down. Lean forward. If I can get my left hip onto this left elbow for Kundanyasana, maybe the back foot lifts and I extend through the legs. I'll send it back for that chaturanga. If you'd like to give it a shot and play with it, please feel free. Otherwise, take a chaturanga or child's pose. We'll meet back in down facing dog. All right? Great job. 1 more side to move through. Breathe, reconnect with your breath. Big inhale, fill your lungs. Relaxing exhale, let it go. Left foot high in the air. Step in place. Left foot through to between the hands. Back right heel pivots down. Extended side angle pose. Let's set it up. Left forearm. Left thigh. Spend some time rotating. Right shoulder blade pulls back and down. Chest opens. Then begin to add the arm. Chest rotates up to the ceiling. Stay right here with your forearm on your thigh, or begin to reach the left arm out while rotating chest to ceiling for 3, 2. Reverse your warrior on 1. Right hand lightly touches down, very light. Left arm reaches up and back. We'll hold here for 3 as well. Trying to reach out of the left rib cage. 2. Now this transition into this elongated triangle. Try to take it slow. Hips press back. Left palm slowly touches down. Shin foot floor block, big toe hold. The right hand reaches up. Energy's moving up to make this left palm light. We'll hold for 3. 2. On 1, engage, engage, engage. Come all the way up. Pyramid pose. Right foot is going to step up. Rotate the hips to face the front of the mat. We're going to add and take some type of a bind with the hands behind us. It can be a variety of binds. Lead with your chest. We're going to try to keep a straight spine. Challenge your posterior strength. Inhale, lift up. Chest forward, shoulders back. Lead with a straight spine. Glutes go back. Halfway, maybe at about a 90. We're going to gaze down at the tip of the toes. Left glute pulls back. Crown moves forward for 3. 2. Power up through your left hamstring. On 1, chamber the right knee into the chest. Whoop. Right knee pulls up high. Stare at one spot on the floor. Left leg is straight. Right knee lifts up. Inhale, arms rise. Cactus the arms. Cactus, cactus. Feels like Karate Kid. Feels very Karate Kiddish right now. It's hard to not make that comment. All right, blades squeeze together. Palms to the back of the room. You should feel mid-back. And then again, the blades squeezing together. Send it back for a crescent lunge with cactus arms. Back, 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 back. Foot touches down. Crescent lunge. Sink it down. Right heel presses back. Bend into that left knee. Blades squeeze together. 3 seconds. 2. Right palm releases down on 1. Slightly off the mat. Slide. Kick through. Nice and smooth. Left foot flat. Right foot points back. Reach. Pull. Sternum to spine. Round down. Core. 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 All the way down. All the way down. Palms touch down. Left foot by the left glute. 1 leg bridge. 3. Press the extend this left hip flexor up to the ceiling. 2. Your left heel is primarily where the weight is pushing down. And then on 1, let's slowly release. Ooh. Reach your palms to the top of the mat. Begin to tuck your chin into your chest. Begin to round up little by little, as best you can. The left foot lifts, coming all the way up. Right palm touches down by your side off the mat. Lean forward, lift. Send it back slowly. Chaturanga time or child's pose time. Kundanyasana is an option. Extend, reach, reach, reach. Extend through the toes. Left foot gets sent back. Inhale. Upward facing dog. Exhale, lift back. Downward facing dog. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Alright, we ended our classes last week, at least in the studio, with demonstrating this jump through so we can get to our glutes. It's tricky stuff. If you do have blocks, you do not need to do this, though. You can always just drop down to your glutes. Otherwise, we'll see if we can cross high on the calves, lean and slide the feet through, dropping all the way down to your glutes. Very nice. Let's lay all the way on our back, feet, soles of the feet, that is, up to the ceiling. Reach up, grab the blade edge of the feet, or peace fingers grabbing the big toes. Trying to pull the knees into side body while keeping the lower back flat to the mat. Happy baby pose. Nice. So as we're finishing up here, hope you guys enjoyed this flow and the sequence. I am, again, cutting these a little bit shorter, so we add, well, a lot shorter. We add quite a bit to our sequences in studio. If you're interested, please hop on in. Otherwise, trying to keep these, like under between 30 and 40 minutes. Ending here with some happy baby. Low back flat, knees pulling in, hips are open. All right. So when you're ready to release from happy baby pose, you can always hold it longer if you like. Otherwise, you can carefully release. If you're ready to extend the legs all the way to the sides of the mat, arms can plop by your sides as well. Final rest, final Shavasana. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that sequence. Again, trying to do these a little bit quicker. And we are, again, in studio as well. So if you ever have a question or comments, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, hope you've been enjoying the change in weather. We have our fall now coming, a little bit colder out. So, yeah, I just hope everybody's doing well. And, again, we're here for you if you have any issues or any questions. Otherwise, thank you for following along. Please take 3 to 5 minutes in your final Shavasana. Don't skip that, all right? And I will say until next time, thank you for joining me. Peace, namaste. Have a great weekend, great rest of your week. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Great job, guys.